Hey guys, this is my first book review and you got to start somewhere. So I'm going to start with the last book that I finished, and that was The Sanatorium by Pearce. So I want to kind of start off with this by saying it's a Reese book club, and full disclosure, not a fan of most of her picks. They're not awful. They just don't have that wow factor that I would expect from a star with a book club, with the exception of Where the Crawdad Sings and The Nightingale. But most of them are, they're okay books. They're a fast read, and that's what this is. It's a fast read. It'll get you out of a reading slump, which is exactly what I was in when I picked it up. I couldn't finish my last book, but I tore through this one. The chapters are really short, easy to fly through, and the story itself, it's interesting, but it might not be what you expect. At least it wasn't what I expected. Because first of all, in the front, it says from People magazine, it's The Shining, but with a full house. Did people even read The Shining or watch the movie? Red Drum, the twins, all the blood out of the elevators. This is not anything like The Shining, so don't think that when you pick it up. Also, I thought a sanatorium was the same thing as a sane asylum, so I was kind of expecting that twist on the book. A lot of people use the two words the same, but it's not. A sanitarium is where, in the 1900s, that they would take people who had tuberculosis outside, make sure that they weren't infecting anybody else, get them better, and then bring them back. So it wasn't a place for crazy people, and I was kind of expecting, this big crazy people book. It wasn't that either. But one thing I will say is that towards the end, they start to explain why things are happening in the book. And that backstory, I really like that. I think that would have made a great book. I hope she goes back and she revisits that and maybe writes a book about what happened at the sanitarium before all of this. I think that would make an excellent book. So when I got done reading it on Goodreads, I think I gave it 4 stars. I think it was because I was just happy that I was out of my reading slump. Looking back now, it'd probably be about 3.5. Again, not a bad book. Fast read, going on a trip, need a summer read. I suggest it. I would recommend it. So go out and get a copy. Let me know what you think. If you've already read it, let me know what you think. And if you like my book reviews, then continue to follow me on social media because I'll have more. Thanks.